Hi, it's Panda Movies here. Today I'm going to explain the horror movie called The Wicker Man. Warning, there are spoilers ahead. Enjoy the video. The movie opens with police officer Edward Malice learning that Willow Woodward's kid Rowan is missing from his ex-fiancée. He visits a community of neo-pagans who dwell on an island off the coast of Washington state. Elderly woman Sister Summersile, who stands in for the deity they adore, is the leader of the island. Edward is informed by Sister Summerisle that before coming to the island, her ancestors had fled persecution in England to settle near Salem, where they encountered additional persecution during the Salem witch trials. Sister Summersile allays Edward's worries about the birth of unwanted men by stating that their population is primarily female because they only select the strongest stock. The production of local honey, which Edward learns has recently decreased, is essential to the island's economy. The villagers offer Edward vague replies when he inquires about Rowan. Later, he discovers a brand new, unmarked grave in the churchyard and observes two men carrying a huge bag that appears to be dripping with blood. Although Rowan's sweater is nowhere to be found in the churchyard, the burial turns out to simply contain a burning doll. Sister Rose, the teacher at the village school, tries to keep Edward from viewing the student roster. He is furious at the teachers and Rowan's classmates lying when he notices that Rowan's name has been crossed out. Rose urges them to have their conversation outside. She briefly discusses how the islanders regard death before explaining why the death penalty is employed to uphold the law there. When Edward inquires as to Rowan's manner of death, Sister Rose answers, "She'll burn to death," swiftly correcting herself to, "She burned to death." When Edward inquires as to the location of the grave, Willow discloses that Rowan is their daughter. On the day of the fertility ritual, Edward desperately looks for Rowan around the community. He joins the Sister Summersile-led march that ends at the festival's location while wearing a bear costume. Rowan is being burned while she is bound to a big tree. They escape through the woods after Edward saves her, but Rowan directs him towards Sister Summersile. Rowan is thanked by Sister Summersile for her assistance, and Edward comes to the conclusion that the entire quest for Rowan was a ruse. It is revealed that Willow, also known as Sister Willow on the island, is the daughter of Sister Summersile. Willow also sealed Edward's fate by selecting him as a human sacrifice many years ago in order to revive the island's honey production after Edward had earlier purposefully destroyed the beehives in their crop. To stop Edward from fleeing, the villagers savagely break his legs and beat him with live bees. They then tackle and overpower Edward. They transport him to a huge wicker man, where he is placed inside and raised above the earth. Edward is sacrificed in a massive fire while he is screaming after Rowan sets fire to the wicker man. When Sister Willow and Honey visit a bar 6 months later, they meet two police officers, one of whom has just completed the police academy. Honey and Willow consent to accompany them home.